Well, I'm going to start with the guidance from Source because Source is asking you not to give up. Source is saying that you're very, very close. You are so close to balancing that heart chakra. You're so close, like you're so freaking close. Like the Nine of Wands is a determination. It is this knowledge that you are almost there. You're just at the precipice of it. Hey guys, it's Francisca. Welcome to today's video. We are talking about how to use breath work or tarot spreads to help you balance your chakra. But it's funny that I said breath work because we are going to be doing breath work tomorrow, August 27th, in a 5-hour chakra balancing workshop. In that workshop, if you want to join me, the details are in the description box below if you're in Houston. But what we are going to be doing is some breath work. We're also going to be doing some crystal therapy, so you'll get to take home some crystals for each of the chakras with you. You'll also be able to make your own essential oil blend, and we're going to do a chakra balancing meditation. I'm also going to be discussing each of the chakras, what their functions are, how can you tell if they are out of alignment, and you'll leave the workshop with the confident knowledge of what to do when you're feeling out of balance with any of your chakras. So if you want to join me, the details are in the description box below. But in today's video, this is the third video of a 3-part series, and today we're going to be doing tarot spreads to help you balance your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye chakra, and your crown chakra. But if you wanted to watch the video for the readings for the root, sacral, and solar plexus chakra, the details are also in the description box below. So let's get into the reading for the heart chakra. And we are asking 5 questions in this spread from the tarot. And the first question in the spread is, what is the root cause of the heart imbalance? Second card is, how does this misalignment present itself? The third card in this tarot spread is, how can you bring it back into alignment? Fourth card in this spread is, what are signs that you'll see when your heart chakra is coming back into balance? And the last card in this spread is, what is the guidance from Source? So let's get into it and let's see. Well, I'm going to start with the guidance from Source because Source is asking you not to give up. Source is saying that you're very, very close. You are so close to balancing that heart chakra. You're so close, like you're so freaking close. Like the Nine of Wands is a determination. It is this knowledge that you are almost there. You're just at the precipice of it. What are the signs that you are bringing this heart chakra back into balance? You're going to feel like yourself. You're going to feel like you can be yourself with whoever that you're with, this partner that you're attracting into your life. They are going to love every single thing about you. They're going to love that you're, opinionated, that they're going to love that you're discerning. They're going to love that you are somebody who doesn't care what other people think and is really a master of themselves. You're a yes person when you want to say yes. How can you bring it back into alignment? Source really wants you, like if there was ever a heart chakra card and bringing it back into alignment, this is the card for it, like the King of Cups. Really digging into that feeling of mastering your emotions with your logic. Mastering your emotions with your logic. They really want you to know that there's probably a feeling of anxiety that comes along when you go with the feeling of the heart chakra, because in the past, the cause of the root imbalance has been this tragedy that happened in the heart. So there's this healing, this healing that's had to happen. You've had to heal yourself. And so the root cause of the imbalance of the heart chakra has been because you've had to heal yourself. There's been so much healing that you've done. How does it present itself? It presents itself by you looking outside of yourself. You're not really looking at the truth of who you are, really looking at the problems like outside of yourself, really trying to follow everybody else's advice on how to get to a place of love, and then really saying, screw that shit, I don't need to follow what everybody else is saying, I'm going to do things my way. And that's great. You know, you should do things your way, and you should be your own guru. And there are systems and things that have been set in place that have worked for other people, but they just really didn't work for you. And the way that it presented itself was you really following your own path, and you really not paying attention to what other people were doing and what other people said that was going to help you heal your heart. But Source really wants you to know that you were so close to bringing your heart into balance. You're so close into bringing a partnership into your life. You're so close to really healing your heart and healing that relationship, because it could be a relationship that you're wanting to heal right now too. But Source is really saying that you're so close. I don't think that there's any clarifiers that need to happen with this reading, just because I think that it's pretty clear. Source is saying that you're really close. Source is saying to follow yourself, follow your intuition, follow your guidance, really become a master of your heart and your emotions. Really allow your anxiety to exist and let it exist in the background. Really let your anxiety exist in the background. Really healing your heart is something that you have been working hard towards, and I hate to say that you've been working hard towards it, but it is something that you've been working towards. You've been doing it in your own way, and Source wants you to know that that is perfectly fine, because this partnership that you're bringing into your life is one where you can 100% be yourself, 100% shine, and you can 100% show up unapologetically as yourself, and this person will also delight in the person that you are too. That is the reading for the Heart Chakra. Moving on to our reading for the Throat Chakra. So Throat Chakra, if it's imbalanced, you might feel a hard time expressing yourself, but you also might have a hard time listening and understanding what other people are saying, and maybe there's a disconnect there. There may be some health issues because our throat chakra does correlate to our thyroid, so there may be a feeling of being tired a lot of fatigue going on, but also there may be some digestive issues. I know that people think about the solar plexus chakra when they think of digestive issues, which is very true. However, you have to think about the things that you ingest, and how do you do that? Usually through your mouth. Sometimes you ingest things other ways. I know I certainly did when I used to do cocaine, but most of the time we take things in through our mouth, through the things that we eat, things that we take in by eating or drinking. So let's get into the reading. What is the root cause of the throat chakra imbalance? How does it present itself? What will bring your throat chakra back into alignment? What are signs that the throat chakra is coming back into balance? And what is the guidance from Source? All right. See a lot of fiery energy here, and it doesn't surprise me that there is fiery energy associated with this. I just talked about the solar plexus chakra, and the solar plexus chakra and the throat chakra are very related. Like, all the chakras are related, but I feel like these two have some counterparts, because again, you're taking things in through the throat if you're eating them, and they can cause things to happen in the digestion. The element for this is sound. The throat chakra is sound, and the element for the solar plexus chakra is fire, and there is lots of wands in here. So how did this imbalance happen, or what was the root cause of the imbalance? The root cause was a little bit of, maybe you felt like you were expressing yourself too much, and maybe you weren't being celebrated for it. Maybe as a kid, I'm feeling like some old stuff here. So maybe as a child, you were expressing yourself a lot and people told you to shut up. Maybe not in those words. Maybe it wasn't that strong, but maybe it was that strong. And maybe it did, cause you to like really shut down who you were. And the way that it that the way that it presented itself was because you didn't feel stable or secure. Your family system maybe felt like a little bit off. Maybe there were some things that you were saying or expressing that made your family feel uncomfortable, that made you feel like not celebrating. When people were celebrating each other, they didn't like include you in that. How can you bring it back into alignment? Really making the choice to put the past behind, really making a choice to move forward and allowing your ship to come in, allowing that the past to be the past, really making a choice to move forward. And what are signs that you're gonna know that throat chakra is back in balance? You're gonna really feel like you're done with it. You're done with not being able to express yourself. You're done with people not celebrating you when you know that you've done all the work. You're done with not feeling successful. You're done with not feeling like you're not supported. You're done with not feeling like you're not supported. You're done with feeling like, people can't celebrate who you are as a person. You are really moving on and you're done with that. The guidance from Source is to really be in love with yourself. Really allow your voice to be important. Really allow yourself to be important and be in love with the idea of who you are. Wearing your heart on your sleeve, sometimes that can look like a bad thing. And especially if you watched the first video in this series, this guy came up for the Heart Chakra. And I think he came up twice for the Heart Chakra, actually. But this person is somebody who expresses himself and expresses his love, really Source is asking you to express yourself. Really be somebody who can give of themselves without giving too much of themselves. I need to ask for a clarifier with this. Yeah, I love it when I ask for clarifiers and Source really just tells me what it is that I'm thinking that they're telling me. Like, they're telling me to really be open-hearted and really be able to express yourself and really know that you can take from the resources that you have inside of you and use that as a springboard. Really use that as a springboard to express yourself really outwardly without feeling like you have to hide who you are. The heart is open and able to express yourself, and when we do a lot of heart openers, it really exposes our throat too. So they're also telling me that there is some stuff going on with the heart that's caused the difficulty with the throat. Maybe you loved people so much that you wanted to please them. I'm getting some of that too, some of that pleasing others, and that's why you had to kind of tamp it down. And you weren't able to really hear what other people needed or wanted, or maybe you heard too much what they needed or wanted, and then you gave too much of yourself. And it was in the giving too much of yourself that you had to quiet yourself down, that you had to kind of shut down your expression and really shut down your creativity and shut down who you were as a person. But Source is really asking you to open up and be in love with the idea of yourself, be in love with who you are, and learn how to express yourself. Really learn how to get that out. There's so many ways that you can learn how to express yourself. Journaling is a really great way to do that. You can really talk to yourself and really listen to yourself too. It's a really great way to express yourself. I do that in morning pages every morning, 3 pages of whatever comes to my mind, and it really helps to get things out. But also, breath work is a really great way to do it, especially conscious connected breathing, because you get to let out a voice, let out your voice, let out a yell. And some people will yell through breath work. Some people will make an om noise or chant om. Some people make a toning noise, and some people will yell amen. It's whatever you want to do in breath work. It really is beneficial. I've even had some of my recent clients sing throughout their breath work session, which is really beautiful because they have amazing voices. So yeah, like really get it out somehow. And Source is really asking you to do that for your throat chakra to heal that space. So now we have the third eye chakra reading. We have 5 cards in this spread. What is the root cause of the third eye imbalance? How does it present itself? How can you bring your third eye back into alignment? What are signs that you'll see when your third eye is back into balance? And what is the guidance from source? Oh my goodness, I love this. Okay, so there's a card in the tarot that relates to an imbalance in the third eye chakra. I would say that the moon is one of those cards because sometimes we can feel like we don't have access to our subconscious. Sometimes we can feel that what we see isn't what is actually happening. There's a skew of perception that happens when our third eye is imbalanced. We're not able to see clearly. We're not able to trust our subconscious thoughts. We're not able to trust that our subconscious thoughts are really leading us to somewhere that is beneficial for us. And the root cause of the imbalance was feeling like your perception was off, feeling like you couldn't trust your perception. Maybe there were some things that you were dealing with that really caused you to feel insecure with your perception, insecure with the things that you were picking up on. How it presents itself as this feeling of so what? This feeling of, yeah, I see that, but that doesn't mean shit. This feeling of boredom, this feeling of apathy, really just feeling on whole, not yourself. Feeling like there's things that you take for granted and not really caring. How can you bring it back into alignment? Really deciding that you're done with those things that don't work in your life, really putting those to rest, and really allowing yourself to really walk away and be somebody who can really put the past behind you. What are signs that you're going to notice that you are actually at the end of a cycle and beginning a new cycle? That's just it. You are at the end of a cycle and you're beginning a new cycle. So the signs that you're going to see is the completion of things. Things are going to be starting to wrap themselves up. I feel like there's jobs, relationships, situations, circumstances that you have been in for a while that really don't serve you anymore, that you know intuitively don't serve you anymore. You are aware that these things don't serve you anymore. You have the perception and the availability of your intuition, and you just know things don't feel right, and those things are going to start ending, whether you walk away from them or whether spirit puts an end to them for you. It's a completion of a cycle. It's a completion of a whole cycle so that you can keep expanding and keep allowing yourself to grow a little bit more and grow a little bit more and just grow into the amazing person that you are, because the guidance from source is that there is a new a new cycle that's beginning, a new creation that's available for you. The Empress is all about creating and creating something from nothing. It seems like it's being created from nothing, but the truth is that our ideas, our thoughts, our subconscious mind can really lead us into these amazing places. Source really wants you to dig into your subconscious and really allow yourself to grow and really allow yourself to take the subconscious thoughts and take the action with them, because we can't have subconscious thoughts that we want to place action towards and have them manifest into real life without doing the work. We have to do the work. We have to be active participants in co-creation. Like creation doesn't happen just spontaneously, although sometimes it does. But if you want to be a master or a director or co-creator in your life, instead of letting things happen to you, you allow them to take place, because you take the active part of leaving things behind, and then allowing that cycle to emerge and really going with the cycle. So Source is really asking you to really release those old patterns of not trusting yourself, to really release those old patterns and really look at the things that have happened in the past. Look at the shadow parts of yourself and really transmute the shadow parts of yourself, and really allow yourself to, instead of looking at it as black or white or this or that, really allowing yourself to see down the middle, really allowing yourself to see the cup that you have full, and allow that full cup to be your jumping off point. Allow that full cup to be what you use to move forward. Allow those cycles to end and the new cycles to begin, because you have been through a lot. And be an active participant in your creation and what you're creating for yourself in your life in this new cycle. And moving on to the Crown Chakra, let's see, what is the root cause of the imbalance? How does this Crown Chakra imbalance present itself? How can you bring your Crown Chakra back into alignment? What are signs that your Crown Chakra is coming back into balance? And what is the guidance from Source? Very, very interesting here. So I'm going to start with the guidance from Source, because Source is really asking you to open and expand your consciousness, to open up to new opportunities that are coming into your life, to really single out the thoughts and your analytical mind. Really allow yourself to bring that down and really manifest it, because there has been lots of conflict. This is the root cause. There's been lots of conflict, lots of hollow victories, lots of feeling, again, taken advantage of, feeling like you were at the effect of other people and what other people were doing, to kind of screw with your mind, screw with your thoughts, screw with your ability to really tap into that consciousness, tap into that knowing that we are okay, that things are okay, because it does feel like in the past you have maybe judged yourself or judged others very harshly, and I say very harshly, maybe I mean a little harshly, but maybe there's been a judgment of self, judgment of others. It does feel like a judgment of self more than judgment of others, but although it could be judgment of others, especially if there were hollow victories that others took over you or took advantage of you in some way or another. Source is really asking you to bring yourself back into alignment, bring your Crown Chakra back into alignment by taking those small steps, by really taking the things that ground you. I think a lot of times people think about the Crown Chakra, they think about opening up and it being expansive and being in connection with consciousness and all that is, and that's great, you should, but also you should be grounded in truth, in the truth of who you are, in your body. Source is really asking you to come back inside your body so that you can expand upwards. If we're in our body, when we come back into our body, when we do these embodiment practices, we're really able to have a stable point, stable foundation, so that we can open up. A lot of times people don't think of don't want to get grounded, because they think if they do things that ground them, that they won't be able to open up their consciousness. But it's in the groundedness, in us coming back into our bodies, in us coming back to the truth of who we are, in us coming back to our breath, back into meditation, back into these asanas, these yoga practices, they really allow us to open up. That is the preparation, that is the foundation. Our body is the foundation for us to really be able to open and expand the consciousness. Again, Source is asking you, the signs that you're going to be able to balance or show that you're balancing your chakra, your Crown Chakra, is by watching the seeds that you planted grow, really making those practices devotional practices to yourself, whether it's prayer, whether it's meditation, whether it's breath work, whether it's journaling. You have to set up a practice for yourself, because Source is really asking you to set up a practice for yourself to ground yourself, so that you can, once you're grounded, not allow that consciousness to really lift you up and out, so that you can stay balanced here, so you can stay balanced in this world while still opening up yourself. That is the best of both worlds, to be able to be here in your body, in this physical realm, and still be open to all of the abundance that's available to you. So be able to be open to all the possibilities and all the synchronicities that life has for you. So that is a reading for the Crown Chakra. So those are your chakra tarot readings. I hope that they resonated for you. And if they do, be sure to leave me a comment and let me know. As always, I do love hearing from you. And if you want to take a deeper dive into your chakras, learn the 7 chakra system, learn what the functions are, learn how to tell if your chakras are out of alignment, and be able to use modalities like breathwork, meditation, crystals, and essential oils, and even get to take some crystals with you and an essential oil blend that's personalized just for you, then you'll want to come join me on August 27th at the Breathe, Connect, Thrive studio. That's it for now. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.